Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm at Carden Park. I'm on the first hole here, downhill, dogleg to the left on the Nicholas course. Have a look at this hole. Bit of a bunker short, bit of a water short on the right, so a little bit of a tricky shot. Now I'm going to show you in today's video how we can aim correctly. A really big topic. Every time I take somebody out on the golf course for a playing lesson, I see a lot of their errors are made from bad alignment. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to align correctly. But before that, if you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to not miss any of the future content coming up on Alex Elliott Golf. So today's video all about how we can align correctly, and a lot of people do this incorrectly. Now, why do we do it incorrectly? I think there's a common misunderstanding about our ball to target line and our feet line and how they should run parallel to each other for straight away alignment. And very often I think people get their shoulders aiming at the target rather than their ball to target line. So I'm going to show you and explain exactly how you can aim correctly to not make bad shots out on the golf course. How often do we make a bad swing because we feel like we're aligned incorrectly? I see it all the time, but also we sometimes make bad swings because we feel we're aligning correctly, so we make compensatory movements throughout the whole motion. So today's video, really nice and simple. Let's show you how to align correctly to the target. So let's get straight into this video. I've hit a really nice drive off the tee here, little dog leg left off the tee, and I hit a nice little draw. Left myself 160 yards downhill to this green. Now, it's heavily guarded by a bunker on the right, and I certainly don't want to go long left. So good alignment is going to be paramount to hitting this ball where I want it to go. Now, when we're playing golf now, and I'd encourage you to do this on a practice ground, or if you're playing by yourself on the golf course, take two alignment sticks. We're going to have one, the red one, which is going to be your ball to target line. So this is going to be our ball to target line, like our shot tracer, and our blue line is going to be our feet line. And I really want you to understand how our feet line will always be parallel left if we're looking for straightaway alignment to our ball to target line. And if we do this and we encourage ourselves to align ourselves out on the golf course, we soon get into a good rhythm and we soon get into a good feeling. How many times are you aiming to the right, then you get good alignment to target and you feel like you're aiming way to the left? Vice versa, we get you aiming to the left, we correct you by aiming a little bit further right, then you feel like you're aiming too far to the right. So these are simple things and simple alignment tricks that you can do all the time to help you improve your golf, and ultimately these things are really easy to do. So let's get into it. Right, we're going to start off by always putting down our ball to target line. So I'm going to stand behind my golf ball, trace it from the golf ball all the way down and pick an intermediate target. So if I place this alignment stick down here now, this is going to form my ball to target line. Now it's not easy to do to begin with, but you can stand behind now and see that my red line is pointing exactly at the flag. Now the flag is in a middle location today, so I'd be happy to aim at this flag. Sometimes we may aim to the left hand side of the green, to the right, to avoid certain trouble. So now we've got our ball to target line and we've established that. That's our first part of this process. The second part of this process is to now establish our feet line, the blue line. So if we always think of it as a red and a blue colour, I think it's really easy for us to understand. We've established the ball to target line of the red. We're going to stand behind now, and all I want you to do is, where your golf ball is, place this alignment stick down parallel to your red line. So you can see here now, relative to my ball to target line, my feet are aiming parallel left. But what this does is this gets our club face alignment, so the centre of our club face perpendicular to our ball to target line. From that point of view now, we can establish our feet, our hips and our shoulders parallel to this to really allow us to get some good alignment out on the golf course. Now, if you do this and it feels uncomfortable, I think it will really highlight that your alignment has been wrong for a period of time. And I'd encourage you to do this with driver, irons, and just pick periodic times throughout the week or throughout your practice where you just put a check on this and make sure you're aligning correctly. Now, I'm going to stand into this now. I've got a parallel left line with my blue and I've got my ball to target line. Standing into this shot now, it feels like I'm aiming a little bit left. I've got a really bad trait of aiming a little bit too far to the right of target. So it's really important for me to keep tabs on this. Get my alignment, go through my full routine and really get a sense of how I align correctly. It's important we have one, firstly establish our ball to target line and then build our parallel feet line, our blue line, left of our red. Let's hit the shot. Really nice strike, really nice shot. And fantastic result, middle of the green, a little bit left to target, so I pulled it maybe a hair, but a fantastic result. Now, what I really want to reiterate to you here is, in terms of why we should align correctly, it really gives us confidence to commit to the shot and know where the ball is going to go. Yes, we might struggle and not be able to repeat the same swing because of our handicap, or we may be a very good player, but if we can do the simple things well, like aligning to a target well, it's definitely going to give us that confidence to hit the best shot we can. So I've done this here. I've established firstly my red line, which is my ball to target line, and then I've established my blue line, which is my feet line. And if we're looking for a straightaway shot, we're going to really learn to align these lines parallel. Now, what I would always say is, for whatever level handicap you are, doing parallel lines is fantastic. I think if thinking of golf in straight lines really helps you establish where you're aiming and establish some confidence out on the golf course. So the hardest thing about this for people is that now we're standing parallel left of our shoulders, or left of where our ball to target line is, we feel from our point of view of our eyes, we're aiming way off to the left. But we've really got to remember that our red line is our ball to target line, and that's the most important thing. If we can establish that and build our setup around that, that's really going to help us align correctly to target. So remember, red line down first of our ball to target line, get our feet line as our blue line running parallel to that, and that's really going to help us create some good alignment out on the golf course. And if you wanted to aim a little bit further to the right, we would shuffle the same relationship to the right. If we want to shuffle this a little bit to the left, we would take this same relationship and move it a little bit to the left. But really understanding that these two parallel lines, two train tracks, whatever way you want to think about it, it's a really good way to establish good alignment out on the golf course. So there we have it, a really nice simple routine that you can stick to throughout the bag to help you align correctly to the target. Remember the process. Number one, establish your ball to target line, which is going to be your red line in this circumstances. The secondly, we're going to stand behind the golf ball and establish our blue line, our feet line, and realize that that's going to run parallel left of our red. And by understanding this and knowing that, okay, my shoulders are aiming left of target, but my ball to target line is lining straight at target, it's going to make sure our club face is pointing exactly where we want the ball to go. So we don't have to make any compensatory movements throughout the swing to get the ball to go to target. Now, it sounds simple, but it's really something that's going to be hard for you to do if you struggle with alignment in the past, and if you struggle with aiming too far to the right and too far to the left. So I would encourage you to do this out on the range first, and then when you take it to the golf course, just test it. Get your friends stand behind you, get two parallel lines, use some golf clubs, and just really make sure your alignment is correct. It sounds simple, it is actually a little bit harder to do than you think, but make sure you give this one a go. Thank you guys for watching a brand new video on Alex Elliott Golf. You know now how to align correctly to the target. Thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.